everyone in YouTube land? It's your boy Teagle the Beagle back again with another video. This time I want to do a bit of a unique video that I just came up with. Not just came up with, if I had this planned for a while. At the beginning of every other week, I want to do something like this where I look through my comments and try and look at some criticisms I have gotten. Because I have gotten some, and spoiler, quite a few of them are warranted, and I do appreciate the feedback. I think it will help me learn to make my content better in the future. And as long as you're not a dick about it, I honestly have no problem with it. I think it's really nice. Just the engagement with that video is super helpful, especially for a YouTuber who's not very big, I should say, like myself. Quite small, only 1.36k as of recording this, so, you know. Yeah, I do appreciate it, and I kind of want to go over it. Starting off with my Armored Core 6 story and art analysis rant video, which you can go watch that. Just go and click on my channel, check that out, as well as it'll be in the description. Please do check it out. I'm very proud of that video. It's probably one of the best newly made rant videos on my channel. So let's go over some of the comments. Specifically, the first one I've got here is The Mysterious Man 8200. Thank you for the comment. I like your video. It was, despite some misconception and mistakes, enjoyable to watch. I recommend getting a better microphone and making a script, and you do become quite popular. Keep up the work. First of all, I appreciate the advice. That is something I've been working on. I definitely should get a better microphone, but at the moment, realistically, it's just hard for me to afford it. I do have money, but I want to focus on getting a job first before I start making any big purchases. I say that after I bought fucking Baldur's Gate 3, but that was a good purchase. I needed to buy that. Yeah, I have no justification. I just wanted to play the game. But yeah, going forward, I want to do that method for purchases, as well as far as making a script. I have done scripts before. However, I have a bad taste in my mouth due to the only videos I used a full-on script for, taking a long time to make, and ending up just not getting any amount of views, which just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. As well as it was on drama content, which I think may have caused that, because if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I have come to not like doing drama content as much, like drama involving specific people, because it ends up causing me to be drained, ends up causing me to just not like making the content as much, because I'm talking about stuff I don't like. The only controversy video I have liked doing was the video with Beast Child and the bike guy. I'm sorry, I forget his name at the moment, but I will link that in the description as well. It was a video that I enjoyed making because I could make good points on it. It was fresh, so there was no real, like, genuine takes. And I really liked doing it, especially because I ended up finding out that there was no real wrong person in this scenario, just some misconceptions and misunderstandings. I've gone on too long about this comment already. I apologize. I like rants. That's why I've made like 4 of these videos in the past week, because I just fucking love making these rants. They're so fun. Another criticism comment. It's not really criticism, but it's the comment by Weird Stuff TM8942. Actually, they use the nerd emoji, so I assume. Rusty was with the Rubiconians from the start. He was double agent. V-Run Freud, the guy which is #1 in the arena, is just that good of a pilot, and Snail despises him for it. If you have watched my video, you know what they're talking about. I was making some conceptions based off Snail, the leader of Arquebus, and how I believed he was a huge manipulator and like a combat groomer is the word I use. Please go watch the video, it makes more sense there. But yes, these are errors I got, because unfortunately when ranting, it is very possible to get errors. That's one problem with not doing a script. So I do apologize for the errors. And the other comments do point that out as well. And that's basically most of the criticism on this video, is the fact that I had some misconceptions. And I will fully take responsibility for being wrong on those. I really am sorry if anyone watched that video and then thought something that wasn't true because of that, because the last thing I want to do is make people misunderstand a story or make people misunderstand characters because of my mistakes. if I ever, sorry, if I continue to do videos without scripts, I will, like, at the beginning say, hey, this is a rant, so I may make some factual mistakes. Make sure to, if you're not sure on something I'm saying, look it up, or check on the comments, because I guarantee someone will have corrected me at this point. But I most likely will end up start using scripts as I am able to put these videos out more reliably, with more quality. But yeah, that's my little segment on the Armored Core 6 video I made, and now let's move on to the next video. My video of how to and how not to add disturbing/explicit content to your media. It was me comparing Hazbin Hotel to Coffin of Andy and Lele, and how Coffin of Andy and Lele, I believe, added its content in a way that did not quite do it correctly, in my opinion, whereas Hazbin Hotel added in its content in a way that felt more correct, I guess. However, as I say that, I'm realizing my mistake in this video. One, as people pointed out, specifically people like Bruh Boy Game 836, sorry, these names, Dim Itrin Memes, Toddinaller 9806. Oh, not him. That's a different criticism I have to get to. Mr. The Need 3342, and those are the ones. Yes, they have pointed out that I was comparing two series that are wildly different, and the fact that the Coffin of Andy and Lele is a psychological horror game, which I don't think justifies. I still think it absolutely shows incest in a not very good way, and it shows cannibalism in a not very good way, and it shows homicide in a not very good way. However, I will admit I shouldn't have compared it to Hazbin Hotel. These stories are very different in how and why they use their disturbing content. However, I still don't think it being a psychological horror game excuses the Coffin of Andy and Lele, because there are psychological horror movies that make you uncomfortable without feeling like the Coffin of Andy and Lele. And I want to stress really quickly, I do not hate the game, I do not think it's a piece of shit, I do not think it genuinely wanted to glorify these things as I am seeing it. I think it's just my perspective, and if you do have the perspective, that's perfectly fine. I totally get that. I really do. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I did come across that way in the video, and I'm sorry if it sounded like I was that way, but I really think it's perfectly fine. The Coffin of Andy and Lele is a good fucking game, especially when you consider its themes and such. It's a good game. I'll fully admit that. However, I still stand by my opinion on that. I'm not stating that other opinions are bad. I'm stating this because both these shows also have something I want to talk about, which is why the video is called Criticism on Twitter, or like, that's what's on the thumbnail. I don't know quite yet. Twitter has been tearing both Hazbin Hotel and the Coffin of Andy and Lele apart. I'm going to get into that in a second, but first I want to get into one other criticism here, which is by Toddinaller 9806. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Intriguing video, though the TV static is hurtful to watch. If you don't know, which I'm probably doing that on the video right now, I put a filter over my videos to make them look old-timey to avoid copyright while still having footage to play. However, I think I went too hard on the filters and just made it really difficult and hard to watch, and I do apologize for that. I actually saw that during editing, which is why I have to look away sometimes during editing. However, since I have a lot of sensory issues, I just figured that was my sensory issues and it was going to be okay for other people. However, after hearing these comments, not just from them, but from someone else in the replies, I have found that, yeah, absolutely I need to turn the filters down, because apparently I'm not the only one experiencing it. Now, let's get into Twitter. Oh boy, Twitter. Twitter, if you don't know, saw the Coffin of Andy and Lele, and proceeded to have a full fucking meltdown about it. Like, listen, I don't really like how the game prevents itself either. However, not only did they not even think about, oh, it could possibly have other traits besides the incest, or other traits besides this shit, and it was actually a good game, they proceeded to basically say anyone who supports it is a piece of shit, and doxed the fucking creator of the game. I don't care if you don't like the game, but I think it was pretty fucking harsh to dox the creator. If they made like a game that was stating like, oh yeah, racism is okay, I could see you doxing them. Like, there are times when doxing is okay. You may say that's disgusting. However, I say the kid who fucking beat the shit out of his cat and then bragged about it while wearing a mask deserved to get doxed. Okay? I'm not saying you should just dox, but in the most extreme and disgusting circumstances where people are committing crimes and expecting not to get away with it on the internet, doxing to make them pay for those crimes is good. Making a game with disturbing content is not a fucking crime. And don't even get me started with Has-Been Hotel. First of all, people call it shitty and garbage because there's too much swearing in it, which, by the way, all the swearing that they gave a shit about, yeah, most of it is pretty much gone by the 3rd episode onward. It's the first 2 episodes they're bitching about, pretty much. And, like, if you have a problem with swear words in TV shows, you better take down a lot more than... You better try to take down, I should say, a lot more than fucking Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss or any of Vivzy's creations. Even though Vivzy Pop is what these Twitter users have been begging for years, someone who's not influenced by corporations and shit to make their fucking shows. You know, the thing you've been fucking bitching for years, it's here, and now you have a problem with it? Like, bro, what the fuck? And then, they did the most retarded... I shouldn't say that. No, that was just me being angry. I shouldn't say that word. But it's the most disgusting shit ever. They got mad because in the show, in the 4th episode, Angel Dust is shown being basically sexually assaulted and enslaved, basically, by Valentino. And it's shown that Valentino is a piece of shit. It is shown that Angel Dust hates him. It is shown that he's not a good person. He has literally 0 redeeming qualities for that specific reason. And Twitter thinks that means the show is blaming the victim. You those heavy breaths? Those are partially because I've been talking non-stop without breathing, so I'm having a hard time fucking breathing at the moment. But it's also because that pisses me off beyond belief. I mean, this is why I don't have Twitter as social media. Everyone always talks to me about, oh, why don't you have more social medias? Because most social medias fucking suck. You want me to go to Instagram with the fucking racists? You want me to go to fucking Snapchat, which has the worst, and I mean the worst content creation of all fucking time? You want me to go to TikTok, where their moderation is somehow worse than YouTube's? And you want me to go to Twitter, where their moderation is also worse than YouTube's? And the people part of it are worse than Instagram. They're literally the worst fucking service. I mean, why does anyone even use Twitter? I mean, I guess they've been using it for years, but come on, we have better options at this point. There's no need to use Twitter. Facebook is a better option than fucking Twitter. How, Elon Musk, did you manage this? You made fucking spaceships! How did you fuck this up so badly? You goddamn inept idiot! Holy shit. No, back to it, though. Back to all this criticism shit. I mean, I could get into Pal World, too, something I've not even discussed on this channel, but I might as well now, because holy fucking shit! They hate it for being a quote-unquote Pokemon clone, when Pokemon has been cloning their own fucking game for years! They haven't put out something unique in like a decade at this point! They tried something unique once, and then everyone forgot about it, because it wasn't that fucking good! I mean... They just keep putting out the same fucking garbage game, and then everyone buys it every single time. It's fucking crazy to me. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you do this shit. I'm saying that Twitter seems to critique these things that they fucking bitch about if the other thing happens. Like, they'll bitch about Pokemon being fucking just a bunch of copy-pasted games, but the moment something different comes out, but is still Pokemon-themed, they'll bitch about that too. Make up your mind on what you want. I'll bitch about shit, I absolutely will. But when the outcome I want comes, I shut the fuck up, because I realize this is what I wanted. I'm happy now. You fuckers can't be happy! I mean... I've only been ranting for 15 minutes. I'm surprised. Because, oh my god, I've pretty much just condensed all my thoughts on this, just like that, and just like a snap. You get the idea. I have responded to all the criticism I got in the videos. I want to be clear about that, but I did rant a bit more than I wanted to there. It's ridiculous to me, Twitter is. It makes no goddamn sense. I really have no idea, no clue how in the world Twitter will sustain itself at this point. It needs a massive turnaround for companies to even want to do anything on there. I mean, there are, you know, the little blue checkmark thing that you're supposed to get if you're like, you used to get if you were verified and all that, how it's now a subscription service. Yeah, there are companies that aren't even subscribing to that and staying on Twitter now. Twitter, its main source of money now being those goddamn check marks, since all their sponsors are pulling out from what I hear. Like, the companies that can give them the most money don't even fucking use it half the time. I mean, look at Paladins, one of my favorite games of all goddamn time. They don't even have a blue check mark for their official account. It's fucking maddening. God. And as well as the people who go on Twitter go on there not because they want to talk. They go there because they know it's free speech that can be abused. Because at the end of the day, Twitter's response to reporting terrible accounts is slow. There are people who will say racist and terrible shit on there, and then they'll get mass reported. But then the people who report them, Twitter will get angry about. You can't look this shit up. I could pull it up on here, but honestly, I want you to search it up, look up videos on this shit, go form your own opinion. But you can get punished for reporting accounts that say shit like racism, literal fucking racism. I mean, one of the Amazing Digital Circus voice actors, I forget which one, had an account that bought the blue check and was impersonating him, saying some terrible, disgusting shit, and when he started reporting it, I'm pretty sure on this, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure Twitter sent him like a fucking message stating, stop this, this is a bad thing. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Like, you have the time to send him a fucking message saying stop, but you don't have the time to look at this account's tweets and go, this is not okay. I love free speech, I really do. And I think in its best form, social media is the best form of free speech. However, because Twitter doesn't actually moderate their fucking website, this free speech can be used in harmful ways. And I mean like free speech in its purest form, not its best form, is people saying whatever the hell they want without consequences. Like, you know, racist shit, sexist shit, and terrible shit. Like, I will admit, sometimes it moderates it, but usually it doesn't catch the account while it's small, so it ends up growing big, spreading this terrible shit that can sometimes cause people to, you know, relapse. Yes, it's very possible that some of this shit these accounts say could trigger someone. And you may say, oh, well, it's snowflakes. No, I'm talking about people who have gone through shit like sexual assault or hurting themselves, reading some of the shit these accounts say, and then fucking relapsing because it reminds them of what happened to them. That's a thing. My friends have gone through it. And I'm sorry if I don't think that's fucking cool. It is genuinely disgusting. I kind of went on an anger rant once again. However, I think it makes sense when you consider that last little part of what I just said. So to recap the whole video. 1, every criticism you guys have gave me, I really do appreciate it, and I love you all. You're great, amazing people, and I hope you accomplish everything you set up to do in your lives. I don't mean that sarcastically, just making sure you realize that. I absolutely love you all. Whether you're subscribed to me or not, just the fact that you're sitting here and taking time to hear me fucking scream about Twitter, I have to appreciate you for that. I really do. You're fucking awesome. As well as Twitter is a piece of shit with a bunch of piece of shit people that need to grow the fuck up, honestly, and realize that, guess what? You're allowed to have disturbing content and shit, not... and also, you can't have your cake and eat it too. when you bitch about something and you get what you want, and I mean it, get what you want, and it's like, oh, alright, that's cool. But when what you want is perfection, you're never gonna get that, because guess what? Everything has flaws. You are supposed to want the thing that you know will have less flaws, not the perfect thing. Anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, all that if you did like it. If you don't want to like or subscribe, that's perfectly fine. If you like this, please watch my other videos at least. I appreciate you even taking the time out of your day to listen to my little shit ass. Little shit ass? I don't know what's coming out my mouth half the damn time. I appreciate you tuning in, and please enjoy your lives. Accomplish everything you set out to do. Bye-bye.